Welcome to a brief tutorial on finding legal resources. By the end of this tutorial, you should be able to recognize where to search for legal information, identify legal databases, and explain how to search legal databases. Different legal resources are located in different places. A Google search gives you access to government websites, such as court sites like the U.S. Supreme Court and Congress.gov. There are also free non-government sites like Justia and FindLaw. For comprehensive information, however, you'll need to use the databases provided by University Library. For law reviews and case law, including briefs, the major legal databases University Library has access to are Nexis Uni and HeinOnline. We have other databases that have historic and more comprehensive legislative and case information, but for this tutorial, we'll focus on Nexis Uni and HeinOnline. You can check out our databases page for all our databases. To get to Nexis Uni and HeinOnline, you use our databases page. Nexis Uni is the first database you should start with when researching your topic. It contains a ton of law reviews, case laws, and briefs. HeinOnline is good for comprehensive law reviews, especially if you're looking into a topic that is decades old. HeinOnline also has a useful forward citation feature, which will be explained later. Both of these databases are like Google in that they are searching the full text of documents. When you're researching, this means you'll get hundreds, if not thousands, of results for most searches. Don't worry about the number, as these databases list results by relevance, so the results that match more of your keywords will display first. Full text searching also means your search might hit on a footnote, or it might only be mentioned once in the document. One important thing to remember about Nexis Uni and HeinOnline is that you really need to think about the keywords you're searching with. Because these databases search the full text, sometimes you might not get really good or relevant results for your search. This is where thinking of synonyms for your keywords can be helpful, as law reviews and case law might not refer to something in the same language as each other or that you might call something. For example, a related term for children might be juvenile. Brainstorming synonyms before you dive into searching can help you refocus your search if you hit roadblocks. To search Nexis Uni and see everything that's out there on your topic or question, search in the main box. For example, let's search for due process clause. You'll see we get over 10,000 results in almost every area, but from here you can see what cases, statutes, and law reviews contain those words. If you add additional terms or make your search a bit more complex, you'll notice the number of results goes down dramatically. Let's try transgender and Title IX. There are cases, law reviews, briefs, etc. that mention these words. Clicking on cases to dive into our results, you can see the first results highlights the search issue I mentioned. Title IX and transgender show up in a URL. Let's explore a case. First, let me emphasize a couple of important points. One, if you want to cite the case, click Copy Citation. In the drop-down, click Standard, then Apply to get the Blue Book citation format. From there, you can copy and paste the citation. 2. The URL in the browser window is not stable. This means if you cut and paste to refer to it later, it won't work. So, to get the persistent, stable URL, click Actions in the top header, link to this page, and then cut and paste that link. Looking at the document, all this stuff at the top may be useful for understanding the case, but it is not the opinion, so you wouldn't want to cite to it in your work. The case summary is nice because it boils things down into a quick overview. The headnotes, which are kind of like tags, can help because they let you know what points of law are being discussed or argued. You have to keep scrolling to get to the opinion. Because this is one big web page and not a PDF with defined pages, in order to cite to a specific page, look for the page numbers which are in brackets. So everything between 1039 and 1040 is on page 1039. Nexis Uni adds in a lot of links so you can easily cross-reference, but don't let them confuse you. Now let's check out the information to the right of the case. Here is the Shepherd's information. What is Shepherd's, you might be asking? Well, it lists all the authorities and other documents that cite a case. If you're a lawyer arguing a case, you don't want to base your argument on something that's no longer good law. That is why there are these indicators: caution, positive, negative. While this is important for you to keep in mind when writing, as you don't want to base an argument on bad law either, Shepherd's is probably most useful to you because it brings together all these documents in one place. You don't have to search for them. So, if we click Citing Decisions, we get a list of all the cases that have cited this case. Notice the limiters on the left-hand side. For example, if all you care about are citations in federal courts, or you only want the cases that cite the case positively. Shepard's is a quick and powerful tool to find all subsequent information on your case, but be aware that courts decide cases on points of law. So the point of law they might be referring to might not be what your topic is about. You can see that here. My search was about transgender students and Title IX. If we look at the head notes, remember those tags? We can see that some cases decided on Title IX, but some didn't. So you need to review the case that cite your case carefully. Other citing sources list all the law reviews, briefs, and etc. that mention this case. Finally, going back to the case page, if there are briefs for your specific case, they will be listed in the right-hand column under About This Document. You can see in this case we have 9 briefs mentioned. What if you have a specific case and not just a general topic you're searching? You can enter the citation in the search box. Let's say we want to search for Citizens United v. FEC. You can see if any of the suggestions are what you want. In this case, there's the Supreme Court opinion, so we click it and it populates the search for us. But maybe we don't know. In that case, if we go back to the main search page and search again and just click Enter, we'll get a list of all the cases. Note, as I mentioned, Nexis Uni ranks by relevance, so it's looking for the number of times your search shows up. If you want to see it by jurisdiction or court, change the results list. Let's search full text with the same search we did in Nexis Uni, transgender and Title IX. You can see, as with Nexis Uni, HeinOnline ranks by relevance. You can change that if you'd like. For example, if you want to see the most cited articles, most cited can be helpful in identifying really important law reviews on the topic. Looking at our first result, we can see it's been cited 8 times. You can click on that to get a list of citing articles. If we click on the document itself, we go to the full text, which is in a more familiar PDF format. You can print, etc. from the top navigation bar. Here too is a persistent link button. If you want to search by a known citation, then search by citation. You'll want to use the abbreviated citation. So 91 is the volume and 929 is the page number of the first page of the article. If I try to search for the full name, it won't work. So 91 Denver University Law Review 929 will not bring up any results.